What's going on? Going on, y'all? Look, it's Friday. I don't feel like looking for nothing. I was gonna sit here for another 20 minutes and look for my situation, but I don't even feel like doing that. I'm finna get into this little rhetoric and we gonna keep it moving. Since we ain't have no games today, we can go right into the antics and keep it moving. You know what I'm talking about? Already with the alreadys. Let's go. So we got Chad the Builder. Chad finally got caught up with some of his karma, huh? Yeah, my little watch. Chad finally caught up with some of his karma, huh? He was outside the courthouse, you know what I'm talking about, talking his little rhetoric like he normally do. I don't know the whole ramifications of the situation, so I would imagine that he was probably going live and talking crazy to somebody, and somebody decided to talk crazy to him. They got into an altercation. It was led to believe that he shot himself. But through further investigation, I guess him and another person got into it. You know what I'm talking about? And he's currently incarcerated for attempted. You know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna be manslaughter at the end of the day, but you know what I'm talking about? It's attempted murder right now. God only knows how far that's gonna go. But hey, karma a bad joint. You know what I'm talking about? When you reap something, you sow. When you reap something, you sow something. So we got something going on. I told you ain't gonna be able to talk for too long before somebody decide they want to talk back. You know what I'm talking about? And they ain't gonna be doing a whole lot of talking. You feel me? You understand me? Already, yeah, I got my love. You know what I'm saying? Detroit's supposed to play tonight. Hopefully they get the job done. Enforce the game 7. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Jason Lee. You know what I'm talking about? I guess you had a video leak, and it was Jason Lee back in the day when he was if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers back in the day used to I'm always fidgeting, so you gotta forgive me. Back in the day, everybody was, you know what I'm saying, getting a check. It's just back then you ain't know everybody was getting a check. So they had Jason Lee from back in the day when he used to mess around with the girls. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, he ain't messed with boys his whole life. You know what I'm talking about? He went through a couple altercations and then, he just popped up. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden he hanging out with the hanging outs. So anyway, I guess he had this girl. It was on Jenny Lake. You know what I'm talking about? And she was interviewing him, and he had 2 girlfriends, and well, actually, he had one girlfriend, and then the girlfriend, the girlfriend, other girlfriend. I'm gonna say it like that. The girlfriend, other girlfriend, decided that she wanted to tell her girlfriend that Jason Lee wasn't the right fit for her. I mean, at least that was the storyline. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody had them back in the day too. It's good storylines. You feel me? Jason looked like a whole heterosexual. You feel me? You understand me? With the already. But shout out to you though, Jason Lee. You unlocked now, ain't you? Man, back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was back in the day. Shout out to Adam 22 and Charleston White. I guess Adam 22 and Charleston White finally had a conversation. It looks impactful. You feel me? It's a whole lot of Jews in there. Whole lot of message. You feel me? I guess in this particular instance, it's a few of them. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about some young man in the alleys, and Charleston White like, well, why you ain't go up and talk to them young men in the alley and see what they was talking about? Try to influence them into being better men instead of looking. He said, I guess he was looking from afar. You feel me? Me personally, them type of niggas is the niggas because they ignorant. You know what I'm talking about? That's the only time you could forgive my language. This is explicit content. Parental advisory. You know what I'm talking about? So, why don't he told Charleston White told Adam 22, why don't you go up to the men and figure out, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, and maybe you can help them. versus you being a nigga that's on the wall with your arm out, talking about you can help them, and then as soon as they reach up for help, you snatch their arm back. That's not what he said, but that's what motherfuckers like M22 do though. They just go back and they be just stating shit just to be stating shit just to get a rise out the interviewer. You know what I'm saying? But Charleston White ain't no fool. He like, well, okay then, why you ain't help him? You seen them niggas standing in the alley? He talking about, oh, they was probably protecting their hood and they was gang bangers. He say, these is all presumptions, sir. Nothing that you got going on is concrete. You just talking to be talking. And then, you know, he also stated that, hey, I guess they got on the situation about the employees that he got at the studio. And he like, these niggas are slaves. Well, he said, hold on, they ain't slaves, they indigent servants. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, you pay them a fee and it ain't feasible. You feel what I'm saying? It's just something to be doing when it's doing what it's doing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I need y'all to go see that, unpack it. Understand, this is life though. This ain't just on the Adam 22. This on everything you do. From the nigga that's working at Arby's to the nigga that's working at the Rooster Tail. If you know, you know where the Rooster Tail at. You know what I'm talking about? They different tax brackets, different checks, but hey, the money all spend the same and they all got the same problems. All you gotta do is look, open your eyes up. Quit being wandering motherfuckers at the end of the day. Everybody wandering around trying to figure out what's going on. It's already going on in the zone. That's why I say that every time I open my mouth. I say, what's going on with the going zone, y'all? Are y'all in the perfect zone? Are y'all zoning? Do your circumference meet your means? I can keep going. I just don't. You know why? Because I say enough when I say what I say. I say. You understand me? But shout out to Charleston White and Adam 22. Let's move on a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't gonna go too far though. Shout out to Drake. Now, Charles, in perfect fashion, right before the album came out, it's okay. You know what I'm talking about? I'll talk about it a little bit though. But before I get to that, I guess Charlemagne the God and his little squad, you feel me? They decided to say they tired of hearing the information. Listen to the information. Quit trying to make your own thesis. Your thesis is the same thesis. You don't never pull nothing else out. You pull out the rhetoric out of the hat. What about the rest of the album? You feel me? I liked it to roll out. I liked it to glove. What is we doing? We ain't gonna say nothing positive, but you know, to each his own. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's where you at. Where you at? You feel me? You don't get no blowback for real. Ever since Charlemagne the God let Joe Biden go on there and call him a crickly crackety coon. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. Hey, you ain't black if you ain't voting for me, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Because you see what Dog doing. You know what I mean? But Dog ain't doing nothing but what y'all allow. What y'all understand. I ain't going to say what you allow. I'm going to say what you understand. And if you don't understand nothing, then you going to fall for everything. Right? I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about? These just don't be parables, baby. You got to understand what I'm quoting when I'm quoting what I do. I just be talking like this because this is more pleasing to the ear. What they say, medicine is good when it's sweet. You know what I'm saying? I don't like talking like this, but this is just what it is at the end of the day. And you got to understand that and be with that. You feel me? Because, you know, now that I'm going to talk about this album a little bit, me personally, you see what music at. This the nigga we been waiting on. And all he's saying is the same shit. You know what I'm talking about? But y'all don't want to cut, at the end of the day, the industry don't want to cut a check for a motherfucker to get some understanding. They rather for a nigga to keep talking and walking so they can keep doing it for free. That's why I do it for free. So you can understand me. You understand me? Already with the alreadys. But shout out to Drake and his album. You feel me? I like some of the music. You know what I'm saying? I ain't listened to the whole album. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. But I listened to a good 5, 6 songs. And it's only 13. You know what I'm talking about? I understand. I like the future features. But I ain't gonna I'm gonna let you go listen. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Jake Paul and Waka Flocka Fame. So I guess Waka Flocka Fame, you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna say his full parable. I guess him and Jake Paul had a conversation about the whole blackface. Whole blackface, whiteface. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I want to see some whiteface go on. He like, Waka Flocka Flame was like, well, blackface, it wasn't nothing funny about blackface because I guess Jake Paul wants to do blackface since Drewski did a skit with whiteface. And he like, I just want to do something to keep the talk. He ain't saying it's wrong, it's right, but he would just want to do something to get people to talking. And Waka Flocka Flame was like, hold on, it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? He tried to understand why, which he knew why. You know what I'm saying? People died through that situation. You feel me? Blackface wasn't a positive notation. It ain't had no kind of positive notation. It was all slander. And people wasn't with that slander. With whiteface, the white man always been in the upper echelon, so you know it's something powerful behind that. It wasn't nothing powerful behind blackface. And that's basically what Waka Flocka is stating. Like, ain't nothing good behind that. Wasn't never nothing good behind that. And we got ridiculed for that, even the black folks that did blackface. You know what I'm talking about? But you guys have fun, I guess. Shout out to Skilla Baby. Go get you some money. Go get you some money. Go get you some money. Young nigga, go get you some money. He say, young niggas, go get you some money. He say, it don't matter the money you go get. You can go get a real job or you can have my job. But go get you some money. Quit running your mouth, talking funny, and go get you some money. Go get you some money. Hey, go get you some money. Yeah. Go get you some money, my nigga. Shit. Shout out to Skilla Baby. Shout out to Sada Baby. Even though I ain't write this down, I guess you finna do the Detroit, Michigan hair show. We ain't had a hair show in a long time. He said he gonna bring some barbers out. He gonna bring some of these famous people out. And we gonna have us a ball, y'all. Shout out to Sada Baby. You understand me? Already with the alreadies. Shout out to Maxine Waters from DC. I guess you doing DC now. You down there 90. You feel what I'm saying? Now, this is the type of rhetoric that I don't never get into because I did politics for quite a while. I even wanted I probably could have passed the bar. At least that I'm always thinking like that. I'm a positive black man. I think I can do anything and everything. You know what I'm saying? But I guess Maxine Waters decided that she wanted to put her 87 cent worth of intuition in the game and talk about the orange man and how the orange man is diluting our politics. You feel me? It really, and then you tell on yourself every time. Once you get that age, you unapologetic. So sometimes you know what I'm saying, your cup runneth over. And you decided to state that, he took all our money and put it in crypto. That's what he did, basically. He didn't do what you wanted him to do. He did what he wanted to do, and you don't like it. That's what it boiled down to. It don't boil down to his politics. It don't boil down to his understanding of the situations that y'all got. Because The politicians listen to the people, and then they sit on the floor and talk about the people. They don't get nothing done. They just talk about what we talking about. You just do it in a forum, in a public set, in a political setting. It's still for public record. It's still for the public to be able to come and listen. It's always been that way. All you gotta do is listen. You can pull right on up. They can't deny you. What it is people want to put extra on it. Just go up in there, pull up. You can have your little t-shirt and panties on and listen to what everybody got going on. That's how you find out what's going on. That's it, and that's all. It ain't that hard. People be trying to sit on here and make them a couple dollars, make them some money. Hey, make them some money. But you know, that's no here nor there. Shout out to Maxine Waters. You mad because he spent the money the way, that's what y'all talking about? You mad because he spent the money the way y'all want. Y'all ain't want the money spent. You feel me? And the president is the president of war. So he probably took the majority of it and shot at these places. You feel me? And just think about it like this. Where are the embassies at? I bet you I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's true or not true. But I bet you it's 2 or 3 embassies in every place that he shot up. You feel me? It's black. It's Americans everywhere. For real, for real. You feel me? And in Pakistan, because I ain't calling it Israel or Iraq no more, because none of them really exist, and majority of them is Caucasian. They don't look black no more. Back in the 1920s, they was black. Dark skin like a mug. It was Africa then. By 1967, good 30, 40 years later, they wasn't even Caucasian because they still got the black in them. But they definitely had more white than black. I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about? I guess I can keep saying it until you go look to see what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? I told you I got my parental advisory explicit content on today. You know what I'm talking about? I was gonna put my mask on, but I'm like, for what? We might be doing a little gangbanging. You know what I'm talking about? We fucking it up today. Excuse my language. I don't mean to offend or harm anyone. This is my disclaimer. Shout out to Mr. Tenderism. What's going on, Walter Johnson? So I guess Mr. Walter Johnson, a young man, I guess he a bald-headed young man, huh, Mr. Walter Johnson? I guess he trademarked it, tenderism. You feel me? Shout out to y'all, bro. I hope y'all get all the things you deserve, bro, because that's some real, true, amazing situation, if it's true. You know, everything be having some type of silver lining to it. You know what I'm saying? Whether good or bad. But it sounds like this is a good thing. So Walter Johnson didn't have an entire trademark. I guess he was just talking. You feel me? The man put money behind it and made a trademark, which is like a patent. And now Walter, he gave the information to Walter, so Walter could do what he needed to do with it. You feel me? And they made them some t-shirts. They look like they got a little restaurant going. I mean, I hope all is well and y'all end up making it happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sky's the limit when it comes to shit like that. You feel me? Shout out to you, Mr. Walter Johnson. Huh? You know what I'm talking about? We finna get into a little hot stuff, huh? Shout out to the 32-year-old man. I don't even know what apartment complex she was in, where it's located or nothing. But I guess you and your significant other got into an altercation, and one of her friends decided to try to stop it, and you took off his hands and his hand, sir. But you know, he I guess he was fresh from incarceration. So after he took off the hands and the head of the young man, he put him in a suitcase and took him to his humble abode along with his girlfriend and made his girlfriend clean up the mess before she left. You tripping. Wait, niggas get out of jail and act like they ain't got no common sense. This is flabbergasting. You feel me? Damn. You was that hard up with the young lady? And then you probably suspected that he was probably, you know what I'm saying, doing his due diligence. What kind of conversation did y'all have? Because you had a physical assault, combatants with the young man before the altercation went awry. So what did y'all state? What did y'all talk about? Boy, I tell you, man, people be tripping. I guess your girl had a girlfriend. I don't know. Chevy look like whirlwind. I don't. Then listen. To each his own, I guess. For real. But man, we're gonna pray for them. Shoot, we're gonna pray for the Mother's Day situation that happened in Amazon. So I don't even know. All I understood from this information was the family was trying to seek some kind of justice from Amazon because I guess a young man was at his station and he passed out. You feel me? He was just talking to his little sister before the altercation ensued. You feel me? About how he wasn't feeling well. And then the mother stated that she couldn't even get no information from Amazon or any kind of, probably even from the paramedics about it. You feel me? Just a statement that her son passed away. You know what I'm saying? This was on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, the only person he contacted was the sister. That's crazy. And then another situation, I guess human remains was found in a field down south. And the young lady name was Yolanda Wynn. I guess she went looking for her son. You feel me? And found his remains in the field. Man, what was going on Mother's Day? It seemed like everybody had something going on last week. You feel me? People getting dismembered, people passing out, nobody getting no viable information. This is crazy. But shout out to them two young individuals. And then we in the McDonald's bathroom, and Victoria, what's your last name? Victoria Lane. She had holding the whole conversation. You feel me? And they arrested her, hog-tied her, threw her in the back of the squad car. Now, this happened way before Mother's Day, probably a couple weeks, couple months or so. The video footage just came out. So it probably happened like January, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Right before, or may even happen right before the holiday. But yeah, she, through that video footage, I seen her get hog-tied. He ain't read her Miranda rights. He just snatched her on up. I guess because he felt like she wasn't complying fast enough, or even complying at all. So he just took it upon himself to do his due diligence. And I mean, through the body cam footage, that's what it looked like happened. You know what I'm saying? And with that information, I don't really know a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what's going on. But I do know, shout out to Kerry Washington, she stated something that happened in Scandal, and that's how all black people are. And I'm going to quote this statement. It said, we work twice as good to get what they already have. You ain't even say it like that, but that's what you meant. We work twice as hard to get what they already have. I mean, that statement speaks in its own. Shout out to Kerry Washington. And that's just something that they said, that Olivia Pope said in Scandal. Well, Olivia Pope's father said in Scandal. That's what he said. He said, we work twice as hard to get what they already got. You know what I'm saying? They already got the viable information. They ain't willing to give up no white privilege in order for you to keep it moving. And then the ones that do, they end up getting in trouble themselves. Next thing you know, they just like me, or just like you, or just like the person that they trying to free, or understand, or anything. You feel me? Anytime you do something powerful for another race, it seems like the human race, though, do not deem it possible, or do not deem it correct, or just deem it. And being demoralized is I think it's far worse than actually telling a person that he committed a crime. I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about? Basically, you can humiliate me as much as you want. It's on me to accept the humiliation and be powerful enough to move on. I'm caught up in the rapture of love. No one else can compare. I'm caught up in the rapture of love. Oh, we all. Shout out to nicotine being medicine. And we're not really talking about nicotine. We're talking about the actual plant. But they've been using this since the beginning of the time. Remember, medicine really is only like 100 and some years old. And medicine is to treat, not cure. So they treating a lot of these conditions, and then through the grapevine, through better understanding, you realize that your gut is your second heart, and if you treat your gut right, everything in your body will be right. Now they done made it a mental situation, so now your mental health is at question. Now you don't know if you wrong or right. If loving you is wrong, you feel me? And it's always something, ain't it? They got to figure out a way. They got to keep this medicine flowing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they realize that nicotine is more helpful than it is harmful. And we ain't talking about the cigarette. You feel me? That don't mean go smoke a bunch of cigarettes. We ain't talking about the actual cigarette. We talking about the nicotine plant. You feel me? And for lack of better terms, cabbage, greens. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is shit that you supposed to be bending new. That's why they don't want you to grow nothing from the earth. You know what I'm saying? The earth brings its own nutrients. And I was taught this a while back, that you could put your spit on something. You could put your spit on a seed. That's why they say the whole mustard seed situation. You can put your spit on a seed and put it in the ground, flower it, plant it, and it's gonna grow with the nutrients you need to, you know what I'm saying, keep it moving. So you could take a simple pinto bean, suck on it, plant that motherfucker. The nutrients you need to heal your body, not your mind, because your mind a whole different type of animal. But as far as your body go, the nutrients you need will be in that seed. A watermelon, you can suck on watermelon seeds and drop them bitches. My granny used to do it all the time when we was little. She used to take the seeds from the blackberries, and she used to suck on them. I used to suck on them. She'd have me, my cousins was little. They probably don't even remember, but I do. We used to suck on them and spit them out in the yard behind my auntie crib. And that's where her blueberry vine was. And we grew blackberries, blueberries, uh, not cherries, raspberries. Oh, and grapes. And we used to suck on the seeds and throw them back in the ground. Nigga, I ain't get sick from 8 to 14. Not one cold, not one nothing. And every summer we used to eat them seeds, eat them blackberries. You feel me? Don't throw the seeds away, she used to say. And we used to, especially the raspberries, they got a lot of seeds. Sometimes seeds you can't even see. And if they was big enough, we'll spit them out in the. She had one of them old ass Chinese porcelain pots. You know that white and blue one, big stupid boy. It looked like a roasting pot, and we used to spit the seeds in there. In between probably right now, which is May, all the way until August. That's what we spitting the seeds at. And then she'll turn around and plant them same seeds from August to October's harvest. And if it was hot, it'll stay all the way to November. But for the majority and in the end of October, you feel me? The seeds, they were. I used to think it died. Like nigga, them seeds dead. But I'm telling you, by this time, which is 5 months, by this time, nigga, a whole vine and grew all that, and we'll do the same thing. And I never really paid no attention until I got old enough. I'm old enough now to I understand why we were never sick as kids. But that's the here nor there. Look, I done took nicotine into the tree. You feel me? And that's just life, sir. Shout out to Detroit Diamond. I guess your birthday coming up. My son's birthday was like 2 days ago. You feel me? 3 days ago. You know what I mean? And that's what's up. You feel me? I hope you have a wonderful evening tonight, young lady. Shout out to Detroit Diamond in his bed. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, do we got another shout out? Shout out to Kodak Black, man. You just keep landing yourself in trouble, good brother. I don't know. I guess you in trouble again. You even got incarcerated. You was trying to run from the popo. You feel me? I hope you... And you know how that situation go. You feel me? I'm laughing. You might not be able to see it under the mask, but it's like, yeah, sir, you avoided the police. What you avoid the police for? We all know what you avoided the police for. At least if you're a convict, you know why he avoided the police. Hope he got it up off you. But you still end up going to jail, you know what I'm saying, for violation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You was avoiding a police officer. And you could have either been running, you could have got pulled over and just didn't want to comply. Feel me? Either way it go, I'm praying for you, sir, man. You need to stop putting yourself in harm's way. And whoever was with you, I hope they went to jail too. Not to say niggas supposed to go to jail, but it's like, damn, nigga, that's your man's. Act accordingly looking at. I think we might have one more, y'all, and then we're gonna get on up off here. Shout out to Honeycomb Breezy. I guess Honeycomb Breezy wanted to go take him a bowel movement and turn his camera on and talk crazy to Sauce Walker talking about he'll fight and we can come outside and pull up wherever you want to and on my grandma and them that's dead grave, he'll fight, you know what I'm saying? He'll knock Sauce Walker out and all this extracurricular activity. Listen, you know what I'm gonna say? Go listen to the Drake album. You know, feel me? I don't want to hear nothing about this rhetoric. And And on another note, which I didn't write down, Montana 700. You've been saying that. I guess Montana 700 had to come out with an answer to the whole Sauce Walker situation, because I guess Sauce Walker just woke up and was like, "Look, Montana 700, that breezy nigga, the nigga that said that girlfriend, the girl, I guess the breezy nigga, Black Diamond Bree. I don't even know the nigga name, but I guess a female came out and said that, you know what I'm saying, he liked to get his twat entangled with, you know what I'm saying. He Sauce Walker decided to talk about him, Breezy, and told the niggas to come out through the gloves in the yard, all this old extra shit. Nigga, quit being extra. I need to see somebody get touched if that's what y'all gonna do. If y'all not gonna do that, then go get you some money. You know how this go. Go get you some money. Go get you some money. Hey, young nigga, go get you some money. Hey, Skilla Baby said go get you some money. You feel me? And for Sauce Walker, you been getting some money. Niggas keep getting you some money. Them niggas ain't got no money. They broke. That and Montana 700, we know that's studio money. Between studio money and that fake Marvel studio money. You know what I'm talking about? Go get you some money. For real, for real. And with all that being said, as the old saying goes, the smoke's gone, I'm gone.